Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, where last time we left Cadnua, and we went to explore Madmere Bridge, and we haven't explored all of it, as you can see on the map, but we did some soul searching, and by soul searching I mean other people's souls, and then we helped out a merchant whose shipment was lost and looters were taking it. We dealt with the looters and helped the merchant, and he said he's going to reward us when we get to Defiance Bay. But right now, let's go ahead and finish exploring up this region so that we can move on to the next one in Defiance Bay itself. We've got some flowers, which I have not done anything with these ingredients yet. I probably should look into that, huh? Alright, nothing down there. There's a way out. Does that lead to anywhere new? No. Okay. Alright, got some Zarips coming in. Or just one. Go ahead and... Is there a way to just have it so she always starts with that? I guess not, since it's a spell I have to place. It would be kind of strange if I could do that. You need to be attacking. There we go.
Of course.
Alright. Oh, did it kill this... What is this? Is that a deer? A sheep? Maggots squirm amidst the deer's entrails. It's a deer. Okay. That one up there looked a little more fluffy. It's probably just the graphics of the... Yeah, it's a deer. Okay. A troll. Alright. Not too worried about anything we're gonna find on this map. It seems like this was definitely a lower level area. As you get taken down. Knock him down. You need to be firing. Good. Might as well knock him down again. Good. Everybody. Okay. It's almost dead. Well, he is regenerating. That's never good. Come on, die already. He's got a ton of health. Oh my god, die. There we go.
Hey.
Good job, Connor. Get that troll skin. Okay, got another path up here. North wouldn't lead anywhere. It would just lead back to the Black Meadow. Admith's Wort. What's through here? Zarips. Alright, attack him. Interdiction.
Yes.
Go ahead and start doing your toe move. Do another one. Wow, that one died quick. Everybody attack him. Oh, it's just a regular Zarop, that's why. They're nothing to me now.
Alright then.
Alright, okay, so this goes back here. Okay, so... That's where the merchant was. So now we just have to explore this area, and then we're ready to go. Get some of this. Some skein bone. Alright, got a little camp here.
Eh?
Interdiction. Not that we really need it.
Let's go.
And fire. Oh. I was hoping I'd get the killing blow. Got a little pot over here. With a hatchet. A fine hatchet and some camping supplies. So that's good. That's actually really good. We can go back into the endless path now if we wanted to. And I think that's it. I mean, I guess we'll check up here, but it doesn't look like there's going to be anything there. No. Okay. All right. Well, then now I guess we'll go all the way... The Woodland Plains was the next place, right? Let's stop back in Cadnua. Just in case. But I'm pretty sure there was nowhere else to go but the Woodland Plains. We could go back down into the endless path now. Main keep construction complete. Oh, we gotta check that out. Let's do that. Cool. And we can start another construction here. So the Western Barbican. The Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders coming across the ice in river. Is that? It's probably this river right here, right? I guess reinforcing that wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, I think the security stuff is what we're going to be focused on first. Not necessarily because we should, but I think that is what Klesia would be most focused on. You know? Making sure that if the people who are searching for her find her, she'll be in a well-defended area. So yeah, we're going to get the Western Barbican bars the passage of invaders coming across the river. It takes 3 days. Yeah. Make sure this is all in good condition. This one doesn't look like it's in terrible condition, but you never know. Focus on security first. Let's speed up a bit. There we go. Let's go check out the main hall, see what's going on there. I don't think we need to rest, do we? Did we use any abilities? I don't think so. Well, they didn't clean up the vines, that's for sure. Let's see what it looks like inside, though. Hopefully better than our living quarters. We left the bottom floor trashed. It was terrible. Okay, yeah, this looks better. Cleaned it up a bit. Are you proud of that? I trust all is well, my lady. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Where to begin? Let's see here. Okay, yeah, you don't have nothing else to say. That's fine. Anything new in here? My treasury is empty. Need to fix that and go collect taxes. What was this? Did I ever go in here before? Oh, my memory is terrible. I haven't been able to play in a while. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. Need to fix this place up too. Yeah, I haven't been able to play in a few days. Several days. And my memory, as always, is not going to be great on what I've done already. Stairs going up. I doubt we fixed anything up there or anything down below. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad we fixed up the keep. So if anybody visits, at least, you know. Well, I guess I'll have to walk through the courtyard, so they'll see how in shambles our place is. Man, I never noticed in the background there. Is that our keep? It's massive. I guess it is. Look at this thing. That's really big. A lot of windows. Okay, let's head on out of here. Down here? Yeah. Alright. Fast travel down to the Woodland Plains. Or not Woodland, it's Woodland. The Woodland Plains. Okay. It'll take us 18 hours to get there. That's fine. I know I've said it a couple times in the past episodes, but I really love this music. It's great. Makes me feel like we're on an adventure. Okay, Woodland Plains. Let's just follow the road like we usually do. Follow the road first, and then we'll explore the wilderness later. Alright. So far, so good. Pretty easy. Smooth sailing. Here's a signpost with...
Hush.
Hello, Sagani. A dwarven woman, dressed in skins and hides, leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bare figurine between her feet. A large, white-furred fox stands at her heels, looks up at your approach. Standing at her heels, okay. Okay, so obviously now that I've seen her, I remember her. I actually did not remember that anything about her appearance. I knew that there was a ranger here, but for some reason I was thinking it was, I don't know, like a tall bearded man. This is not a tall bearded man. Okay, Sagani. Let's see.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
Who are you waiting for? You seem lost. This outfit may not be flattering, but I'm definitely not him. Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
A skin changer, huh? Your friend is supposed to meet you here? Standing around here is probably not the most productive thing you could do. Can I help you find him? Is your friend supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
She rolls her eyes and shakes her head. Back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend? Try something? What exactly are you talking about?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
Persok and Nasitak. Why can't you find him? There can't be many of your people in the Direwood. How long have you been looking for Persok? Yeah, why can't you find him? He died when I was still a young girl. Forgot to mention that part, did I? I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. Oh, I'm him. It's me. How long have you been looking for Persok? Her painted brows lower, and her compact, muscular frame sags for just an instant. 5 years. Damn. It's a long time. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember? Who could be anyone now? I don't know if it mentioned it anywhere, but I wonder how the different lifespans of the races are. Like, if this is a dwarf from, like, just about any other media I can think of, like a D&D or Lord of the Rings kind of dwarf. 5 years might not actually feel like that long in the long scheme of their life. Interesting. I don't know. I don't think it said anywhere in the race description when we were creating our characters. So you've been searching for 5 years?
That about sums it up.
She gives you a slow, thoughtful nod. Then it must be an important duty. Actually, I know how you feel. Do I? Sounds like a waste of time. Why do you have to find Persok? Yeah, why do you have to find him? She smiles wryly. That's more of a campfire tale. I'm not quite ready to get into it. Okay? It must be an important duty then.
So I keep reminding myself. Still, it would be nice if important duties came with clearer instructions.
She looks at the Adra figurine in the dirt. How does that statuette figure into it? Earlier you'd mentioned an unhelpful stranger. How does the statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished Adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it out to you, you feel wisps of sensation, not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright, for a few hours. But most of the time it looks just like this.
I could take a look at it.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the wolf's lair and the twining trees.
What's the wolf's lair? Defiance Bay. Locals call the current duck Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Is Twinning Trees a real place? He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
Or you could always go back and put an arrow in him, right? May I see the figurine? You could still go after the false watcher. What if I'm Persock? Yeah, you could always go after him still, right? She swats at the air. I was mostly trying to scare him. I wouldn't really kill a man over a few gold pieces. I don't have much use for coin anyway. Besides, knowing his type, he's cleared out of town by now and spent whatever he made. What if I'm Persock? Not to disappoint you, but there's no chance. The thing would glow like a torch. She wiggles the figurine. May I see the figurine?
Why?
She looks at the Adra bear and then back to you, her eyes narrowed. I'm a real watcher. Yeah, I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
I mean it. No, seriously. You've got nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose by letting me try. What if I'm telling the truth? After 5 years, it's worth taking a chance. You've got nothing to lose by letting me try.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine, her chapped knuckles grazing your hand. She watches you examine it, weary but curious. You raise the Adra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff, overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down, just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliff drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see... perception checks. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with shrugs and silence. I've got it then. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
She looks at the Adra bear herself, turning it a few times. She looks back at you. I told you, I'm a watcher. She blinks at you a few more times, calculating. I know this sounds strange, but it's the truth.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persock on the way. Take the information or leave it, but good luck to you either way. Then stay here for all I care. I've got other things to do. I mean, her skepticism is pretty reasonable, especially since what I told her was pretty useless. He's on a cliff somewhere. There you go. I'm a watcher. Like, obviously we want her to be with us because we want another companion, our 6th companion. I'm just making sure that there's no way my character would pick one of the other two. She might be annoyed with the skepticism, but I think it's reasonable. Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persock on the way.
And if this is your idea of a joke, you may be stuck with me for a while. Lead the way.
Sagani looks at you, her arms folded across her chest. She tucks the figurine into her pouch, and her fox stands, shaking its pale coat. Okay. We've got a new companion.
Hey.
Everybody get lined up. Obviously, we've got yet another ranged companion here.
Ready, Watcher.
So she's got, looks like a longbow of sorts. Let's see. Mastic hunting bow. She's also got a fine dagger and a hatchet. Okay. Let's go ahead. Go into here. So she is a Nasatak hunter. 5th level ranger. Boreal dwarf. Good perception. Dex is a little low. Might's good. Good stealth, good survival. Faithful Companion, plus 30 defense against charmed, dominated, confused attacks. Minus 5 sec, charmed, dominated, and confusion duration. A fine hide armor, plus 2. Hunter's Instinct, plus 15 accuracy against primordials. Plus 15 accuracy against wilder. Nice. Abilities, Hunter's Instinct. It's a passive. Plus 15 accuracy against primordials. Okay, that's what that is. Okay. Marked Prey. Designates a single target as prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target. Foe target marked for 34.5 seconds. And this is just for her. Okay. And her animal companion. Second wind, Stalker's Link. Long experience fighting together enables the hunter and the animal companion to fight as a highly effective team. The ranger gains an accuracy bonus when fighting any enemy already engaged by the animal companion. Plus 10 accuracy. Nice. Arctic Fox Companion. Summon. I already forgot. She's Utamak. And Wounding Shot. Twice per encounter. As he or she would with fleeing prey, the hunter aims for a spot that will slow the target enemy's progress, hobbling the target and inflicting raw damage over time to it. So, hobbled for 11 seconds. Cool. Couple talents. Weapon-focused peasants. A faithful companion. The ranger's animal companion gains improved defenses against charmed, confused, and dominated effects. An agile retreat. Grants a bonus to all defensive disengagement attacks. Cool. Can I click on Itamak at all? Does he have like anything? No? Okay.
Hey.
Where should she be? What is the range on her bow? Range is 11 meters. 10 meters. 10 meters. So it's the... Oh, actually his is... We want him to be there. So yeah, I guess where she's at is probably the best spot for her. Do I have any gear I want to give to her? She's wearing fine hide armor. Anything better than that? Would you rather have this? It's not bad. I mean, the recovery speed's is 10% worse. Let's give you that. See how that goes. And in here we have Stalker's Link bonus. I mean, this is actually going to be good for her, right? Only usable by rangers. Modifies Stalker's Link. What does it do? It doesn't say what it does. Well, put it on. That means you can't wear this, right? No. Okay. That's fine. And I'll give you a hood. Yeah, you can have that one. Doesn't matter, does it? Right? No. Damage reduction's the same. We don't have any rings or anything to give you, so that's it. Okay. Cool.
Hey.
So we have our 6th companion finally. All right. Let's see. So this way is... Wait, there's a sign here. Pretty sure the way I was about to go is Defiance Bay, though. Yeah, west to Defiance Bay, north to Cadnua. What's this way, then? There's that place on the map. I forget the name of it, though, already. Man, there's nobody on the road. No enemies at all. Look at that. We're gonna... Okay, well, let's just... I guess we'll explore this section. We could do... Not that one. This button. So we could have... Could do something like this instead, right? Put you in front of that. Let's go with something like that. Maybe move you back. Could do something like that. That might be good. I want Kana to be up there. Let's go with that.
Hey.
Wait, that didn't do anything. Custom formation. How do I... Block formation. Triangle. There we go. Let's go with this. Alright, we got a little camp up here. Hello, Jalen. And go ahead and take your camping supplies. Perfect. Tucked under the flap of this bedroll is a relic of some kind, a small conch shell strung with seaweed. Reach out for the soul. You see a group of robed figures sitting next to a fire. This woman, much younger and smaller, sits with them. They are discussing travel and making plans, deciding which road will get them to their destination fastest. A rustling noise catches the attention of several members of the group, and they stand, watching over the fire, straining against the darkness to see. An enormous shadowy figure makes its way into camp, and the darkness slowly parts against the firelight to reveal who it is. Many members of the group stand, readying weapons. Others quietly invoke their god, preparing spells for battle. The girl looks around, confused, when the man sitting next to her stands, holding out his arms. He chastises the others in the group for not showing the proper hospitality to a stranger. The man walks toward the ogre, hand extended, speaking words of welcome in its own tongue. The ogre stares at the man for a brief moment. Then, with a swiftness seemingly unnatural for a being of its size, it swings the club it had been dragging behind itself. It connects with the man's head, causing a wet, crushing sound. The woman, to the girl's right, screams and rushes to the man's side, covering half the distance before the man has even fallen to the ground. From the darkness all around the group, terrifying and blood-curdling shouts answer the screams of those in camp as more figures approach from the darkness. Well, that's not good, huh? I don't think that story ended well. Can't trust those ogres. That's why I killed them all, except for the one I let go, because I trusted him. He seemed like a good enough guy, right? A lion? Okay. His health went down pretty quick, so that's good. Oh, we killed it. It's easy. I'm scared about a lion for. King of the jungle. Take that. Let's keep going up here. So there might be ogres around here. I don't know. I still don't really know if there's any practical use to those dreams or those visions we get. Or if they're just kind of for fun. They're interesting. That's for sure. Okay, we got a lion up here with a dead body, it looks like there. Let's save it. 2 lions. 3 lions. Oh boy. Attack.
Yeah.
Good.
Hi?
Start hitting that one. Hit that one. You need to be doing things. Guess we should be marking prey and stuff, huh? Go ahead and mark this one. Good. Everybody attack him. Did that mark go off?
Ready, Watcher.
Yes. Wounding shot. Good. Do a wounding shot on this guy too. Because that one's about dead. Good. Alright. Knock it down. And finish it off. Perfect.
Hey.
And collect all those lion pelts. And we max out our lion bestiary already. Good. Hearth Harvest. Unique hatchet, one-handed. Damage 913, deflection plus 5, burn damage, and damage reduction bypass. This hunting hatchet hunting hatchet has a leather-wrapped wooden handle and a silvered blade covered in finely etched flames. When the blade is coated in the blood of prey or an opponent, the etching glows a fiery gold, roaring to life. Even at rest, the hatchet smells faintly of smoke and charred flesh. That's really cool. We'll take that. I like the sound of that. You use hatchets, don't you? I guess we'll give it to you. I mean, I don't know when you'll ever have to actually use it. But there you go. You have a nice, cool hatchet to go to if you need to. I like the sound of it. Waves and roughly chiseled in the stone. They grasp at Andra's beloved moon like curling fingers.
Of course.
Alright. Some spring berries. And then another path out of here. Okay, so that's it for this area. So let's go down here. Move on down. Luckily, this place doesn't seem too difficult. At least in the north part. The lions aren't too bad. There's the road. So we just want to go straight south or north like this. A forest troll. It's a wilder.
Ready, Watcher.
Gonna mark him.
Yeah.
Not getting through me.
Oh.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's a lot of them. Okay. Do that. Do that.
How may I help?
Gonna start hitting them. Oh, this could be bad.
Following your lead.
Do we want to... You're doing something. I don't know what you're doing. First level chant. Keep doing your thing. We're gonna need maybe do that. Is that guy gonna be a problem? Probably, huh? Go ahead and buff everybody. You need to keep doing your thing. Go ahead, Holy Radiance. Why aren't you doing anything? What do we have here? First level chanter spells. Oh yeah, I could do this stuff. Reduces damage reduction of enemies in the area of effect. Sounds good. Oh, it's a cone of... Okay. The thunder rolled like waves on black seas. Ah, okay, okay. Let's just summon some of those. You're done with that, so go ahead. Do one of these. On that. You're done with your thing, so go ahead and just start attacking him. In the back here, go ahead and do a wounded shot on that guy. Make sure you're attacking them. All of you guys attack him. Good. And then do one of these on them. Oh, there we go. Wow, it's actually really strong. Everybody attack the thing. Attack that forest troll. Take him down. What an amazing spell. That was great. I don't think I ever used anything like that in the first time I played this game. That was incredible. Okay, cool. Hopefully there's not more of those kinds of fights, because I used a lot of stuff for that fight. But it worked out. That's what's important, right? Take some burned ladies. Alright. And then we'll start heading down. Okay, lurkers. I remember these guys being tough. We fought one in the Black Meadows, I think. Two of them, I think, in the Black Meadows. And they were tough.
Yeah.
So let's try and make sure we don't die here. And
How may I help?
do that. Okay, attack.
Dead on. After an
Go ahead and knock him down again.
Eatmock.
Good. Good. Oh, he's not dead. Yes, he is. Okay. Perfect. Loot him. Get that awakened wood.
Of course.
Alright, let's move around this side. What is this stuff? There's gonna be more backers. Yeah, Uber. I know they backed this game. Let's keep moving down. There's something. Some mushrooms, it looks like. Some dry cap. Alright, let's move up here. Ooh, let's move here. Alright, everybody attack.
Eh?
Do the same thing. Everything
Ready,
will work
Watcher.
out just fine.
Aye?
Do that. You're gonna go ahead and smack him onto the ground. Oh, it didn't work that time? Smack him on the ground.
Aye?
Attack. Attack. Go ahead and do one of those. Okay, it's not working. Let's take him down. He's near death. There we go. Edir took a little bit of damage there. Not happy about that. Looks like we've almost got the north side of the map done. Although there's probably something up here, huh? There's a ramp going up. Or a slope. It's a dead body. It's never a good sign. Hide armor. And then a whole bunch of money. Take that. I guess that's all there was up here. I thought there was going to be like a big fight. Nope. Good. Alright, let's go down. Should be getting close to the road. Another forest lurker. Let's save it. Attack him.
Eh?
Interdiction. Knock him down.
Yes?
Do that. Mark him. Everybody attack him. Go ahead and do your defense thing there. Second wind. There we go. Good experience from those guys. Take that wood. Let's keep going south. There's the road. Okay. Let's go ahead. What time is it? Okay, we got time. Make sure we've got all this explored up here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go explore north of the road first. So go over this way. Get this little patch of darkness. Okay, so that's everything north of the road explored. Let's get back on the road and we'll go back down here. And then we'll start exploring the southern part. Ooh, heavily forested here. Some flowers. Another lurker. A lot of these guys. Mark them. Interdiction.
Hey.
Knock them down.
Yes?
Do one of these. Okay, everybody attack him now. Do your defense. Knock him down. Oh, we managed to knock him down there. Good. Alright, that went well. We get the knockdown, they're pretty simple.
Alright then.
Alright. Let's move. Okay, got some sort of wagon up there. Move along the side right here. And here's the path up. The incline. Any enemies up here? Just a randomly abandoned wagon, huh? Okay. Well, guess it's ours. A fine sword and a lot of money. And a scroll, Rite of Walking Shadows, and even more money.
Hey.
What does it say? Wine dregs swirl around the bottom of the clay jar. What are wine dregs? Actually, don't know. Wine dregs. Anyway, let's keep moving. I've only got a little section left to explore. Make sure we're all walking the right way here. Just hug the southern border here as we go along. Okay, broken fence. More broken fence. Okay, looks like we're in somebody's field there. Some flowers. There's a building. Okay. A building that has seen better days. Alright, and there's the road. So we'll just spiral in on it. Okay, looks like there's actually a trail that leads in. Alright, well it looks like there's not going to be any enemies. Unless they're right here. Okay. Let's go see what it says about the building. A sparrow's nest is tucked between two angled slats. Alright, well, that's it for the Woodland Plains. We have discovered everything there is to discover here. Really pretty map. And we've got a new companion. I already forgot her name. Sagani. And we finally have a full party now, too. So that's good. I actually don't remember if we get more companions. I can't think of any more that we get off the top of my head. I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. Defiance Bay is pretty large, so I assume we get one there. And it's called the Direford Village. That's what I was thinking of. And then we have all this stuff here. There's Twin Elms. That's what Sagani was talking about. Okay, let's go ahead. Adelwyn's Bridge, or Adelwyn Bridge. Take us 4 hours to get there. Getting close to Defiance Bay. I'm excited to get to the city. Oh, it's getting there at nighttime. That's not good. Oh, this is not even a zone to explore. Take that. Hello, commoners. And souls to be read. You guys are not people. You're just souls to be read. Astrandi Miriamelis. Reach out for the soul. You see a lavishly decorated room. Walls hung in with tapestries. Ornate oil lamps creating a warm, relaxing atmosphere. There are several overstuffed couches covered with silk pillows and an elegant table in the middle of the floor. This woman is seated at the table, sitting across from another woman. They are both well dressed, their style befitting the room they're in. The other woman's hair is blonde, in stark contrast to this woman's black, and is swept up on her head in a dramatic style. The women speak in an easy, free tone, obviously familiar with one another. Though they each seem to be comfortable in the other's company, a strange nervousness surrounds the blonde woman's actions. She occasionally betrays herself with a little giggle or stammer, hitching over an easy word as she speaks. Her demeanor swings from friendly to shy and back again with no warning. This woman leans back a little in her chair, stretching lightly. As she finishes her stretch, she gently lays her hand next to the other woman's hand, letting their fingers subtly intertwine. The second woman stops speaking mid-sentence, inhales sharply, and turns red. She does not, however, move her hand. This woman smiles and moves her hand further over the other, holding it. She then stands, moving around the table toward the blonde woman, whose face shows conflicting emotions of terror and lust. She giggles and pulls her hand out from under the other, and brings it to her mouth, the red of her face deepening. This woman stops, looking down at her, eyes sparkling. She reaches out and pulls something from the blonde's hair, letting it fall around her shoulders. Then she leans over, brushing her lips lightly over the blonde woman's cheek, resting her mouth against her ear. As she whispers, her hand moves lightly down the other woman's body to her waist. The blonde woman shudders and leans into the hand, eyes closing, cheek pressing against the lips, still whispering at her ear. This woman's hands deftly remove a small bag from the other woman's belt and secrets it under her own cloak at the small of her back. Then she gently kisses the other woman's cheek and stands again, the smile never leaving her mouth. Cruel. Poor blonde woman. Alright, and Craddock Bridgman. You're aptly named for where you're stationed. Reach out for the soul. You see a ship being tossed about in a storm-ravaged sea. The swells rise and fall, carrying the ship with them as if it were a toy. This man stands on the deck at the helm of the ship, while water whips around him. The crew moves about frantically, trying to keep the chaos under control. He barks orders at them, pointing where to go and giving each one a task. The men, while still visibly distressed, seem to calm down when they are given their orders. He instructs the helmsman to resume his duties at the wheel, and rushes to the aid of a crewman who is struggling with a rope attached to one of the sails. The ship crests a wave, going almost vertical in one direction, and then immediately again in the other direction. Several of the crew are thrown from their feet, sliding across the deck as the ship is rocked. After the swell passes, the ship returns to relatively normal orientation. The man quickly scans the deck, counting silently. No one has been lost this time, thankfully. He looks in the direction they're headed, seeing no reprieve from the storm in sight. His jaw squared, and his upper lip stiffened. He returns to the helm and takes the wheel again. That's what happens when you get into a storm on Sea of Thieves. Gotta have somebody giving commands. We got a commoner, and then Zoran Zinnius Kavik. It looks like another Godkin, rather. Hello. Reach out. You see a flurry of matted white hair and an incandescent freeze-fire staff before you see the man, cold and wild. He chews a wizened apple slowly, discharging spell after spell into the jumble of villagers screeching their way toward him. Cold flame vents from his nose and apple seeds shoot out the side of his mouth as he saunters forward, ignoring arrows and curses alike. A deliberate twist of his staff and a bullet of force glides through the torso of one assailant and another. A roar blisters his throat as he launches himself into their midst, tearing into their essence with his staff. A pleading hand reaches toward him and quickly falls, ignored. Silence takes hold as the tattered man gathers his prize, a basket of fresh pears. He hums as he eats. I'm just not going to tell him that I don't know if that was him. He does have white hair, so I'm guessing it's not him. I'm not going to tell him that he was a complete asshole in his past life. Alright, any other souls to read? Welcome to Defiance Bay, but watch yourself in our city, understand? Ooh, listen to that music. That's good stuff. Anything else around here? Ooh. Not stealing. It's mine then. Okay. Just a car. Or Justiciar? Forgant. Hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have time right now. But it sounds like that dozen's crackpot, Rowan, is stirring up trouble again. He jerks his hand at the gate. He'll be all too happy to give you a rundown of the city, liberally flavored with dozens propaganda, of course. Dozens? Have we heard of dozens yet? I don't think so. I'm looking for the Temple of Wodica. He scratches his beard. Not sure why you'd want to go there, he shrugs. It's in the first fires, if you really want to see it. You seem to be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all parts, under some misguided notion that things are actually better here, that the legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money and just end up making a worse mess of things. He looks you up and down. No offense. None taken. I have money. He grunts. And good luck to you. Addendum added, never far from the queen. That's probably just going to tell us that it's in the First Fires, right? I've asked around and learned that the temple can be found in a district called First Fires. All right.
Hey.
Let's go in. Let's go in, yeah. So we can only go to Copper Lane. There's First Fires. And then we've got Andra's Gift, Brackenberry, and Heritage Hill. All right, Copper Lane. It will take you 15 minutes. Okay. I imagine that's all, got to go through processing, show my papers, my ID, and all that.
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whitewind's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Doesn't sound like a good place to settle down. All right, we're coming in at night. That's not suspicious at all, is it?
Hey.
All right. Look at that. It's all filled out for me. So we've got Goose and Fox, Marketplace, Admith's Den Expedition Hall, Pernisik's house, World Map, Lumdala's house, Scrivener's Dormitory, the Hall of Revealed Mysteries, First Fires, that's where we're headed, the Catacombs, and Brackenberry. It looks like we have like a theater there too, that's cool. Alright. Well,
The City of Defiance, crown jewel of the Deerwood. If you ask the locals, anyway.
Let's see what this guy's saying here. Rowan. This is the guy they were talking about. So I was hoping to find before we ended the episode. End with his conversation. These animancers have brought divine wrath upon us all. And yet the Duke and his toadies and the Crucible Knights do nothing. Can we allow these atrocities to continue unchecked? No! Down with animancy!
Good day, stranger.
Rowan's arms are crossed, and his mouth is set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. He looks ready for a fight. He sizes you up. New in town, eh? You've picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacies no better here. It's the Animancers. Magrins scorch them, and they nest in this city like rats. You mark my words, though. Us dozens are gonna put a stop to it. What are you doing out here? He gestures at the crowd, which buzzes with angry chatter, trying to get folk to see reason. We're in the midst of a crisis, and instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. What do you know about Animancy? It's the study and manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the purview of the gods. The Adirans at least had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. It's not like magic, chanting, or the soul reading those ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Ingwithan times, which is why you'll see Animancers tinkering with old Ingwithan artifacts. Kana raises a fist to cough discreetly into it. Half-truths, all. But he's an enthusiastic performer, I'll give him that. He shakes his head. Trouble is, the Animancers got no idea what half those artifacts actually do. Not that they'll admit it. Our emphatic friend is correct about one thing at least. Who are the dozens? He taps his chest. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influence of Animancers and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training these days. Just like a militia, the dozens, except for the training and the discipline and the code of honor. His eyes gleam, and we're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. You have any interest in hearing more, stop by Admith's Den sometime. The Expedition Hall. A lot of free thinkers in there. Can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the animancers want you to believe. Might even be some paid work there for motivated types. Can you tell me about Defiance Bay? This is the capital of the free palatinate of the Direwood. We started out as the capital of an adhering colony, but we booted the flaccid scepter from these lands 150 years ago. These days, we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world, but we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. The city's divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Fires, Andra's Gift, Brackenberry, and Heritage Hill. He ticks each off on a calloused finger. Tell me about Copper Lane. This here is Copper Lane. He taps a scuffed boot on the cobblestone. It's primarily a market district, but you've also got the expedition hall directly north of here, where you can join treks into the wild. That's also where my fellow dozen martyrs and I tend to meet up with other concerned citizens. He points to a long domed building west and north of your position. And that's the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, you ask me, but they've got the biggest library in the Direwood. Kinda laughs. Eerie indeed. It might be less so if more kith stepped inside. Perhaps we ought to visit, Clesia, and see just what mysteries are revealed. Tell me about Brackenberry. A noise of disgust rattles in his throat. The nobility that didn't sail back to Adir stayed there. Most of the families there trace their lineage back to the old imperial times. Other than a lot of has-been nobility, you've got Hadret House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, and Brackenberry's Sanitarium, the main cesspit of animancy in the city. He spits on the cobblestones. And First Fires? And that's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace, the Villian Embassy, and Crucible Keep. He shakes his head. The Crucible Knights were the original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay, but now they're just strutting peacocks with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads up their asses. There's an old Temple de Boudica there too. We keep it real nice for her. He winks. Tell me about Andra's Gift. We got the name because it was a wetland that was drained back in the Imperial days. Now it's a seedy district populated with sailors, common folk, and more than a few thugs. But it's a fun place too, if you know where to look. He winks and elbows you. Look for a place called the Salty Mast when you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned homes. And Heritage Hill? He shivers. It used to be one of the more prestigious districts in the city. Heroes of the Revolution claimed plots up there next to an ancient Gwithan tower, and the city cemetery. Had the best views in Defiance Bay. Attracts richer types these days. A lot of animancery patrons. He spits. He glances at the crowd and lowers his head. Or voice. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple of months ago. The authorities sealed it off and they're keeping their mouths shut. But mark my words, animancy's to blame. Of course it is. Let's talk about something else. What do you want to know? Nothing. Farewell. Okay. And there's our little primer to Defiance Bay. So obviously he's pretty biased against the nobility and animancers. We'll have to make our own mind up on what's best for Clesia, on where she stands. But to do that, we need to learn everybody's sides. So we got a lot to do in the next several episodes, I imagine, as we explore all of Defiance Bay. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.